Okay, so it is November 15th, 2019, and I am looking at Restoration Hardware as a possible morning momentum day trade. Uh, Restoration Hardware kind of jumped up in the pre-market hours. Berkshire Hathaway announced that they're buying a bunch of shares, or they own a bunch of shares. Berkshire Hathaway is Warren Buffett's company, for anyone who doesn't know or has been under a rock. And apparently, Warren Buffett has so much credibility in the industry that when he does something, people think it's the right thing to do. So you can see in the last couple of days, Restoration Hardware has been somewhere in the area of about $174 a share, 175, and pre-market hours jumped all the way up to 194. So that's fairly significant. There seems to be a buyer somewhere around $186 a share. So you see, it went up to about 188, came down to 186, and bounced back up, came down to 186 a couple of times, then bounced back up. So I'm guessing that there's a buyer at 186, a big buyer that won't let it drop below. This is my guess. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a buy stop in at 187, because my estimate is that it's going to go up. Or my guess, rather. So let's put a buy stop at 187, and I'm going to put a sell at about 190. This is usually a little bit more than I go for, but we can always raise our stop. So we're going to put a sell stop in, like I said, just below 186, because it seems that it just dropped below 186, which is concerning. Let's say we put in 185.75, which is now below. It dropping like this is concerning me, making me think that maybe it just shot straight back up. Maybe we should consider our stop at 185, and we should probably know very shortly after the bell, which is in less than a minute, what's going to happen. So, just before the open, we're hoping that Restoration Hardware is going to shoot up. We'll buy at 187. I'm going to put my stop in at 185, and I'm going to raise my stop as the stock hopefully goes up. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. And should be in a second. And there we go, opening bell, and we're up. Okay. So, having a P&L of 490 already. Hasn't even been a few seconds. We're committed, we're in the trade. We got a fill at 187.19. We're up over 1,000. This is good. I'm going to raise my stop up. Raise my stop. Already made 2,000. Hoping to make a little bit. Up, there we go. So that was an awesome trade. Over here, you can see my P&L. I made $2,810. Not bad for 1 minute's worth of work. And because of this over here, I thought there might be a pretty big seller because it went all the way up to 190 and then shot straight back down. And that's exactly what happened. So I bought at 187, filled a few pennies after that. That obnoxious doorbell sound is the sell indicator. Bought at 187.12, I think, and then sold at 190. And 190 was a good place to get out because, as you can see, it went a little higher and then shot straight back down. But I raised my stop when things were going along. It's called a trailing stop that protects, your gain. But the trade worked out the way I had hoped, and I picked a good spot to get out because, as you can see, it shot straight back down shortly after hitting that point. But again, that is how you make almost $3,000 in a minute in the stock market. Of course, this would have taken a substantial amount of capital to put in motion. It's an expensive stock. We bought it at $187 a share, which means you would have needed $187,000 in your trading account to buy 1,000 shares and make $2,810 the way I did. Otherwise, you could have, of course, purchased, 100 shares and still made money. Anyway, good trade day. Happy with that. Now, of course, have the discipline to close your laptop and not give the money back, of course, is important. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I made my money. Most people don't make almost $3,000 in a day. Certainly, most people don't make that in a minute the way I did. But in an effort to not give that money back, I am going to close up. Alrighty.